Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Zach, and I am here with a list video for you guys. So for this list, I'm going to be going over my top 5 favorite Tom Cruise movies. Now, Tom Cruise, he's of course known as one of the best movie stars of all time, and I definitely agree with that. Yes, even with the whole Scientology thing, which I know a lot of people give Tom Cruise crap for. And look, I get it. I don't agree with that either, obviously, but I think as an actor and as a movie star, I think what he does very well. And I do applaud him as well for just keeping it real and just sticking to movies. Because I believe recently someone asked him, like, how are the tariffs affecting the movie industry or the movie that you're making or whatever? And Tom Cruise just replied, let's just answer questions about the movie. And I give him props for that, for sure. Just keeping it real and just not going on those grounds, basically. So there you have it. Now, before I get into my top 5 Tom Cruise films, I do have a few honorable mentions I wanted to name here. So, Night and Day, I think this film is all right. It's not one of his best films or anything, but when I watched it, I thought, yeah, this is pretty good. It's not one of his best, but I thought it was pretty good for what it was. The original Top Gun, I do like this film. It does pain me to not have this on the top 5, though. But I think one of this film's biggest problems is it's very 80s, but not in a good way, if that makes sense. But even still, I think the original Top Gun film is solid. I do like this film, and it's definitely a classic. So my other honorable mention, I'd say, is War of the Worlds. This is another one where it just pains me to not have on this list. I almost had this in the top 5, but there's just a few films that I like more, that's all. But War of the Worlds, I dig this film. I dig Tom Cruise's performance, and I dig the horror elements of this as well in this movie. Definitely a good one. I know that this film would make a lot of people's top 5 movies with Tom Cruise, and for good reason. I definitely understand why, but don't get it twisted. I think War of the Worlds is a great film and definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. So those were my honorable mentions. Now let's go ahead and get into the top 5. So number 5, we've got Edge of Tomorrow. And this film is more like sci-fi. There's some cool action in this as well. Very interesting concept for sure. And Tom Cruise's performance is excellent in this. So yeah, lots of cool action, cool sci-fi action as well. If that sounds interesting to you, you might want to check this one out. So there you have it. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. I mean, again, just very interesting concept and everything. Very cool action scenes. And yeah, very unique for sure. And I know that this film does receive a lot of praise as well, and for good reason. So this is coming in at number 5, Edge of Tomorrow. Definitely a good one. So number 4, we have the only Mission Impossible movie on this list. Now, for many people, they might have more than one Mission Impossible film, but I could only have one Mission Impossible film for this list, for this top 5, and that would, of course, be the original Mission Impossible. And yes, I do think that the original Mission Impossible movie is the best in the franchise. And for those wondering, no, I have not seen The Final Reckoning yet. I would like to check that out at some point, but unfortunately, that film has been getting some mixed reviews and some negative reviews as well. I've heard some people say that the film wasn't very good. I mean, one of the complaints that I've heard was that the film was boring, which is really a shame because isn't this supposed to be the last film in the Mission Impossible franchise? Like, you would think they want to go all out with it if it's the last one, but that's just really unfortunate to hear. So I'd still like to check it out, though, since I am a fan of the Mission Impossible movies. But the first Mission Impossible movie I've always liked. I dig the action, the cast, of course, and when it comes to Mission Impossible, this is where it all started. I mean, I dig the effects, the use of practical stuff in this movie as well, just very solid. I mean, it also has one of my favorite finales in any of the Mission Impossible films when he's on the train and everything, and very cool stuff. Just very cool action scenes and really good spy movie. And if you like spy movies, this is definitely one you need to check out if you, for whatever reason, haven't seen this yet. So Mission Impossible, the first film, really good one. So that's what's coming in at number 4. So number 3, some Tom Cruise fans actually might have this at number 1. I know that when this film first came out, it received so much praise. And that is, of course, Top Gun Maverick. Now, of course, as you know, I had the original film in the honorable mentions, and I have the sequel at number 3 in my top 5. And yes, I am one of those people that do prefer Maverick over the original film. I think I just dig the action more in this film, and there's a lot of good things going for this film. I dig Tom Cruise's performance, the action scenes with the jets, especially when you get to the end of the film. It's just really intense and really epic. And yeah, it's pretty emotional at times as well. So definitely can't go wrong. I mean, when this came out, this just really was all the hype, you could say. I mean, this was like one of the biggest films of the year that this came out. So great film for sure. Definitely one of Tom Cruise's best. And I do think it is better than the original. And this is one of the very few legacy sequels where it's actually good, because it does seem like we are living in the era of legacy sequels, and unfortunately a lot of them haven't been very good. But Top Gun Maverick, this is one of the best legacy sequels, I would say. Definitely a very good movie for sure. And for whatever reason, if you have not seen this, you got to check it out for sure. And of course, rest in peace to Val Kilmer. So Top Gun Maverick, really good film for sure. So that's what's coming in at number 3. So number 2, I've always liked this film ever since I first watched it, and maybe one of my favorite action films of the 2010s as well, and that is Jack Reacher. And as you can see, I have the Steelbook edition of Jack Reacher. Now, when it comes to the 2 Jack Reacher films with Tom Cruise, I do think that the first one is better. And interestingly enough, this film is actually set in my city, so that's really cool too. And yeah, I dig how grounded that this film is, and just how, you know, Tom Cruise's character, of course, Jack Reacher, is this guy you just don't want to mess with and everything. And definitely a great performance from him. I'd say one of his best performances too. Jack Reacher, definitely a great movie, and it's always been one of my favorites, and probably my second favorite Tom Cruise film. So there you go. So Jack Reacher is coming in at number 2. Okay, so number 1. You know, it's very surprising that this is my favorite Tom Cruise movie, and that this made my number 1, because this is actually one of the movies where he's playing a bad guy. And you probably already know what it is at this point. Collateral. I absolutely love this movie. It gets better each time I watch it. I mean, I dig everything about it. The cast, especially Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx, and I believe Jada Smith is in this as well. Yeah, I just dig the build-up in this, all the build-ups in this. Like, you just know that throughout the film it's going to lead to something. Jamie Foxx plays this cab driver, and just when he offers Tom Cruise a ride, that's when things go wrong. He gets caught up in his mess and everything, and that's basically the story, for those wondering. But yeah, I dig the action, and this definitely has my favorite Tom Cruise performance, for sure. I really dig his performance in this film. He's really giving it his all in this movie. Very different from anything that Tom Cruise has done. And I think that's why I do gravitate towards this film. And I think that this is why it's my number 1, because this is nothing like Tom Cruise has ever done before. Because, of course, in most of his films, he plays the hero, he plays the good guy, but not in this film. Not in this film. And I think that's what makes it unique. So Collateral, really dig this movie, and I know, of course, you do have Mark Ruffalo in this film, which I'm not a fan of him personally, so but I dig the film. So Collateral, it's got to be my favorite Tom Cruise film, and definitely my favorite performance of his. So Collateral is coming in at number 1. Alright, so that is my list of my top 5 Tom Cruise movies. Let me know what you think. What are your favorite movies from Tom Cruise? Feel free to let me know in the comments. It could be a top 5, it could even be a top 10. Feel free to let me know. So what did you think of my choices? Let me know in the comments. So with that said, thank you all for watching, take care, and have a good one.